Okay, so just got done seeing Bad Boys Ride or Die, and it was excellent. You know, there was a lot of laughing and a lot of clapping throughout the entire movie by everyone. It's definitely very funny. The comedy, and it's kind of hard to say if the Bad Boys movies are comedies, because they're action movies first and foremost. But there's a lot of very natural comedy, and it's not necessarily always jokes. It's just the situations and the way they act and the way the dialogue is delivered and things like that. So so this was very funny throughout. All the action scenes were really good, well shot. Just like all the other Bad Boys movies, the camera is very stylized. There's it seems like each action sequence has its own little motif, kind of like how it's being done. It's really inventive, and it's still fresh even after 29 years since the first one. Yeah, so it still feels like it's like everyone loves what they're doing. It doesn't feel like it's one of those cash-in sequels that's coming out years later, and sometimes those movies want to change things or try to reel in a new audience or something like this. No, this one can reel in a new audience and keep the audience, keep its original audience, because it's just really good, and that's what it boils down to. There's so many movies in the past several years. It seems like you can come out and say, well, that was good, or that was all right, or whatever, but a common thing you say is, oh, well, 15-30 minutes could have been cut out of it. It was just a little too long. This movie, nothing is wasted. It's it's very tight. It moves along at a great pace. There's a lot of characters that have to be juggled about. Of course, there's issues, little tidbits that you could really point out and be like, oh, why is this character in this scene? Well, obviously they're going to have a dramatic tension payoff later on. There's just things that you could always point to that could be somewhat of a possible negative, but you don't care. As long as you are willing to just have fun with the movie and enjoy some of the goofy parts, then you're just not going to care when not everything seems to make absolute total sense. But then again, it kind of almost does. I mean, it's a really well written script, and the way that it moves along, the way that you're never way ahead of it. There's so many characters and so many different levels of bad guys. There's a couple of surprises. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would say that it's a great movie to see in movie theaters. I recommend pretty much any good movie to see in theaters. There's always a reason to see a movie in theaters, as long as it's good. Sometimes if it's bad, that's still a good reason. But some movies I watch and I don't like the movie, and you can tell that no one else in the audience likes the movie either. And sometimes it can be weird. I remember Poor Things is a good recent example of knowing that everyone around you is realizing that this is one strange movie, and you don't know if people likes it or hates it, or there could be a movie, a very simple slasher movie, where you can tell by the audience's reactions around you, and it can really help you get in the mood of it. That's the job of any movie, is to play with your emotions. That way you can enjoy it in one way or the other. And so many movies, I'm like, I don't like this, and I can tell, no one else around me really likes this. But with Bad Boys, I mean, it's great to have so many people around you to watch it with, because everyone's enjoying it. It's a great experience to be to know that you're not alone in liking this. Everyone there likes it, and it boosts the enjoyment of the movie. And of course, I think most people understand, being around a lot of other people while watching a good movie can be a great experience, especially the more into the movie the audience is. And this one, everyone loved it. You could tell. So yeah, so I would definitely recommend seeing this at the theaters. I would, I need to think, but because this movie's in my mind so much right now. But this could be my favorite movie of the year so far. It's definitely it's definitely one that could have been just 29 years. It could have been felt a little bit overworked, or they overdid trying to be good or something like that. No, I thought this was I thought this fit in with the franchise really well, and it's right there as good as all the previous ones. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of this, and especially if you have given any thought about how this movie, by being itself, can still be like the very first one in style, but still speak to a modern audience as well. Because I don't think that movies sometimes have to change that much to have a wide range of people to like it. But yeah, let me know about that in the comments section below, and I'll see you in the next one.